All right, moving on to topic 2. So kind of a little bit of a revisit, not really of a continuation of last week's episode. So we talked about wrestling last week. We talked about the Royal Rumble. We talked about where are the stories that we tried to guess WrestleMania 40 based on the stories they were telling us, or that we could kind of glean from Royal Rumble and other shows. Well, boy howdy, how much can change in a week? Man, that video is really outdated already. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Cody Rhodes going to finish his story against Roman Reigns. Bruh. Okay, injuries happen. You can't really blame anybody for that. But talk about poor timing. Talk about poor timing for poor Cody. Yeah, we've kind of been on this weird spell since Friday Night SmackDown of everything's going topsy-turvy. We thought things were great. We thought, Seth had a great promo trying to convince Cody to come for the world title because that's the work rate championship, the workhorse championship. It's the one his dad would want to win. Great promo, build that up. And then Friday happens, and Cody's going to talk to Roman and blah, blah, blah. He's going to make a decision. Comes out, Roman absolutely shits on Seth in that title. I get it. You're supposed to kind of return serve, but maybe not bury it that much. I don't know. Cody comes out and he's like, hey, I am going to go for your title, but I'm not going to go with your title for WrestleMania. I want to take everything away from you. And some counsel talk to somebody, blah, blah, blah. And then the fucking Rock comes out. And this was our fear leading into the Rumble of Rock was going to change everything. And it seems like that's the case. Talk about poor timing. Now, I'll say this. Is Rock Roman going to be very cool moment-wise and, stuff like that? Yes, you get the whole generational fight. You get this family fight. Awesome. That's going to be great. It just sucks on timing. Now, timing is everything here. I'm going to keep saying timing. I'm so sorry if you're sick of that word already. I get why they're pulling the trigger now on Rock and Roman. It's just very disappointing, and you can see that through the YouTube likes on the video with Rock coming out. Apparently it's their most disliked video, and you can see it on every other wrestling media, well, most of them, forms of content. People are pissed, and rightly so. Everybody's entitled to their opinion on this. Not trying to dissuade everybody or anyone on how they feel, because I'm disappointed as well. The timing works out here, and I get why they're pulling the trigger. Rock, obviously, Hollywood actor. He's very busy with his movies and stuff like that. If he has the time to do it now, pull the trigger and do it. It's just very unfortunate because of the timing of Cody needs to finish this story. He should be the one to take the title from Roman. He should be the one getting the rub from this, getting the lift off of Roman. Great. That should be the route we're taking. But instead, we're going this route of Rock's doing it. Now, do I think The Rock's going to win? In my heart of hearts, I'm going to say no, because I'm trying to somehow pull some logic out of this decision. Money, monetarily wise, moment wise, yes, I get it. Check the box, whatever. I want some logic here, because obviously Rock's not around all the time. So I don't want him winning the title. One, title won't be there. Not that it's been all that often with Roman, but at least it's been better than I feel Rocky would be. I don't think Rock can win. I don't want Rock to win the title here, because he's not around. I also don't want that because he doesn't need that. He does not need that moment of beating Roman, who's been champ for 3 fucking years? I don't know. A long time. He doesn't need that boost. Give that to someone else. Debatable if Cody even needs that boost, but he doesn't need that. Now, also, okay, Roman retains. We can go to beat the Hogan thing. You can go and beat the Hogan record. Now, I don't really care so much if he holds on to it, because I'd rather have him hold on to it than Dwayne. I'm hoping that's how it happens. It's a little awkward that Rock is now on the chair or on the board of not board of directors. He's in the meeting room. He's up top, like he just got joined TKO up there. So that's a little awkward. I'm hearing a lot of rumors flying around now. Roman controls creative, which I don't know how much weight to put into that, but that's like, if so, really? Why are you being a butt? I don't think that's the case. It's just icky to see and read. Hopefully it's not the case. Who knows? I'm not working there. And yeah, for Cody, it just sucks because we've been building this up for 2 years now. You know, he's had very strong promos about like how he wants to finish this for his dad's. The titles his dad never got. You had the whole Rumble moment where obviously he's won it again, and he does the point at Roman after the sign, and Roman's like, "Ooh, you want some with it?" Like, is this just one big audible because Punk ripped his tricep? How? It can't just be because Punk. Raw, as we talked about last week with the Royal Rumble, Raw had a lot of strong contenders in that Rumble. You even saw it with the final 5 or 6 participants, all from Monday Night Raw. Cody, Punk, Drew, Sammy, Jey Uso, Gunther, all strong contenders. All people you could easily fill into a slot in a storyline with Seth to have them go after the world title. Obviously, the initial thing was Punk. That was the initial plan. Makes sense. Punk returns, gets his Mania moment. Does he win? I don't know. That's up for debate. Whatever. Cody, backup plan. I get it. We're not happy about it right now, but obviously, status-wise, he could have easily fit in that slot, and it seems like he's fitting in that slot. Let's talk about the other 4, though. Okay? Drew has a legitimate beef and has been telling his story this whole time since he's done this semi-quasi-heel turn. I'm right, I'm in the right here, but I'm kind of going about it the wrong way. Perfect sense, okay? Sami Zayn, he's made strong plays for that title, saying like he needs that title. Sami and Seth would have a great match. I mean, all 6 of these guys with Seth would have a great match, no doubt. Like, Sammy's somebody we've wanted to have a world title for ages. We saw it last year with Roman in the Elimination Chamber. Montreal was way behind him. Granted, you also have, home crowd there, but Sammy could make a strong play for it. Who are my other 2? Jay, Main Event Jey Uso. His name is Main Event Jey Uso. I know we want to do the brother stuff. We didn't really do it at the Rumble, so I don't know how much legitimacy we're going to get to the WrestleMania thing, even though I predicted it last week. You could pivot him. You just got to build him up. Do the underdog thing. Nobody expects him to win the world title because he's a tag guy. Similar to how you built him up, leaving SmackDown, joining Raw. I know he's been in a little bit of a hoo-ha, lately of, momentum, but you could build him up given the time. And Gunther's just a fucking beast. Gunther's been crushing it with the IC title. You could run back the Warrior thing, do a double title. So many things you could do with Gunther, And then you have another player on top of this. Damian Priest. Perfect opportunity. Now he's got the money in the bank. He doesn't need a match, but that's someone else you could fit into this slot. We've been doing stuff with Damian, but his momentum obviously has been up, down, left, right, center because all of these other players coming in here. Rock, Punk, Cody, all these other, elements. You could easily put him in there too, or shake things up of like, oh, play the Seth's Hurt role, or, get, you didn't want, you go emergency plan, break glass, Drew goes against Seth, you do another Mania cash-in where Priest is there. That just elevates Drew even more in this pissed-off story. Seth can go take his time off. Damian gets his moment. Drew elevates his heel persona and gets even more frustrated, and you can continue building on what he's already done. Then maybe Drew takes out Damian, and then Punk comes back, and we already built the little thing of like, oh, Drew, I was the one who ripped the tricep. Right, Moose? Okay, now you're quiet. Oh, there you go. So, it's just, I don't know why they pivoted Cody specifically, and I guess I do know. I'm just hoping it wasn't the higher-ups being like, I'm Dwayne, I'm here in charge, get me in this thing. I'm hoping it was just the timing worked out with the whole, we can finally do this family versus family thing with the Hollywood thing. It just is disappointing in terms of timing. It's going to be a great moment. It's going to be cool to look back in the years. Just living in it right now, very unfortunate. Sucks a lot. And I can't imagine how Cody's feeling. Like, I don't know what the embrace was about. I don't know what Rock said to Cody. Things could change too. We saw how fast things changed in a week. Maybe they turn it around again. Who fucking knows? You know, what's going on in Elimination Chamber? With the current plan, do we even need an Elimination Chamber? I'm sure you're going to do one for Rhea and the ladies, but, like, do you do a men's one? You shouldn't have to, because Cody's got his Rumble win and he goes for Seth, unless you're going to make that a triple threat and do another contender. You don't, like, what happens there? That takes a whole chamber match away. So, there's a lot up in the air. There's more, I feel like there's almost even more worry, disconnect post-Rumble than pre-Rumble. I thought, you know, pre-Rumble we're all freaking out with all these factors. And then Rumble is going to be smooth sailing. Nope! No, we're just going to throw all these things into it, and it's going to be a whole slew of madness. And I mean, I guess that's good. You don't want things to be predictable, but also you want to reward the people who have been doing well on your behalf, and this feels like not doing that. I'm not saying you have to do everything in terms of, like, good favor, I guess, but you've seen how Cody's built himself. You see how he's connecting with the fan base, or has connected with the fan base. He's doing these big moves outside of the company, and to just then go, nah, sucks. So, I don't know. Just my quick little rant on that. And yeah, oh boy. So that Mania predictions video, we already got 2 matches. Totally wrong. We'll have to see how the rest go. I don't have high hopes for my predictability rate or prediction rate, but yeah. But everybody, this has been another episode of The Wait Where We Talking About podcast. My name is Bret, aka Enigma9011. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today for the fun and conversation. If you guys ever want to catch it live, you can go over to twitch.tv/Enigma9011. You can drop a follow over there. You get notified when we go live, so you join on the fun and chaos. But if you can't catch live, that's A-OK. Go over to YouTube and podcast services the very next week, where it's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video in MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, wherever you're watching and listening to this, if you drop a follow or subscription, it may seem small, it does help the channel grow though, so if you take the time to do that, we love and appreciate you for it. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Giving this a watch, giving it a listen. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.